So, DINKs. I mean, it kind of sounds like an insult, but I just learned what it is. Dual income, no kids. Okay, what could go wrong? Hi, welcome back to Far From Eden. Well, the dual income, no kids. That's fine. You know, I believe in freedom. You do you. I'm sure you're very happy. And, you know, that's what you want us to believe anyway. Why do you need us to believe that? I don't get it. You might say, well, why are you on here talking about this? Well, it's not really to tell other people a better way to live and that they should do it. It's just really for people to find and who are kind of already thinking like this and go, oh, I'm not the only one. That's one of the purposes. But the dual income, no kids. Why don't you just be like, we're selfish and materialistic. And we have no consideration for the future of anything. It's inherently nihilistic when you really think about it. The mindset of, I don't want to have a legacy. I don't want to care for anybody else. I want to spend everything I earn on only myself. Bet their parents are proud, but they don't care. What do they care? It's the whole mindset of, we're going to make money and we're going to have fun. Here's the thing though. I worry about these people because it's all fun and games until it's not. There's so many people who, I mean, these DINKs didn't invent it, right? Do they think they invented it? Because pretty sure men and women were both having careers and able to make the decision not to have kids ever since birth control became a thing in the 60s, and then later with women in the workforce, certainly getting into the workforce, my generation, you know, I know like a lot of the girls I went to high school with, they all went to college and had majors and, you know, wanted to be a psychologist or a teacher or I had one friend that wanted to be an actuary. She really did. She's one of those, you know, really good in math girls. That's the exception to the rule. But anyway, it's not likely to work out for this reason. And I'm not saying this because this is what I want to happen, and I'm not saying it because like I've got some kind of weird like prediction or whatever. I'm saying because I've seen this where the man has a job, the woman has a job. They either have kids or they don't have kids. Doesn't really matter. But when they both have careers and it's that kind of a setup, who do you think is filing for divorce right now en masse? It's those women. They're not happy. They were promised happiness, you know, go to college, maybe meet a guy, maybe after meet a guy, maybe meet a guy at your job, but you're going to be fulfilled. You're going to be you're going to be an attorney, you're going to be a teacher, you're going to be a psychologist, you're going to be a nurse, you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be this, that, and the other. It's code for women. You're going to be important. You're going to matter. This is where you're going to find your purpose. Guess what? No. It's not happening. They're not. They're on antidepressants. They're drinking wine by the box. And they're divorcing their husbands. So, you DINKs, like, what are you even bragging about? Like, the man's probably like, yeah, this is great. She's She's got a career. I respect her career. She's a go-getter. She's a boss babe. I respect her. Probably had a mother like that. And doesn't see the red flags, doesn't see that she's going to get very tired of working. She's going to want to back off or go part-time, or not in her 20s, maybe not in her early 30s. But later on, it wears on a woman. It's going to take its toll one way or another. She's going to get tired, depressed. She's not going to feel like, spending all this money they have and going places and whatever. All the work is going to take a toll on her body. She's going to produce too much cortisol. It's going to be hard to lose weight. So she'll probably put on weight. She's not going to have energy to work out. Women aren't made the same as men. We are not built that way. We are not built to go and work like men for decades upon decades of our lives like that. Nope. We're built to have babies. We're built to take care of those babies. We're built to manage a household. That is really what we're built for. And before you start freaking out, thinking I'm crazy, this was how it has been. This is how it has been right up until, they had the luxury. That's what they're told. It's a luxury. It's not a luxury. That's a trick. It's a way to double taxes. So government gets taxes from him. Now they get taxes from her, and double the workforce. Now they don't have to pay people as much. I mean, why don't the leftists think of that? But whatever. I digress. So they're not going to be fulfilled. They're going to be exhausted. They're going to want to quit. They're going to get, they're going to be overweight. They start to be, what is that word again? Unhappy. When a woman's unhappy, whose fault is it? I wish I had the Jeopardy music. Whose fault is it when a woman's unhappy? Give you a hint. It's not her fault. I'm being facetious, of course. It's his fault. Do you think she's going to be like, I should have been a housewife? Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Sorry about that. Anyway, MS brain. That's what happens. Like, oh, there went the thought. Anyway, this has been the way it's been for millennia, where women were the caretakers at home. They had babies. There wasn't like chemical birth control until the 60s. And there wasn't a way to have feminism and women outside of the home until the Industrial Revolution, which we were all taught in school was such a great thing. And I'm starting to wonder, I don't know if it was really. I don't know that it was. I mean, sure, we've got, modern conveniences and cool stuff, but like at what cost? And it has enabled women to leave their natural role. There is a natural biological role. You don't have to see the biblical role. It doesn't mean it's not there, but you don't have to see it. But you have to be denying the biological role of being the mother, and that being something that would make her happy. You don't see in the animal kingdom, other mammals like, forget this, I'm going to go be, strong and independent. No. They don't think like that. They don't have those like selfish ideas of, oh, well, what if there's something more? I want more. And that's it. You DINKs people, I think it's so funny that it's the name. Sorry. It sounds like an insult. The DINKs people, it's not going to go well. What values do you share other than selfishness and, a bit of narcissism? and wanting to parade this sort of lifestyle as if you've invented it, it's not going to be good. So anyway, I just needed to come on here and talk about DINKs. I don't know. These younger people, I know I sound old, but these younger people act like they are inventing things. Like they're the first people that have ever thought of stuff. And the bad thing about it is they're so sure that they're the first people to think about this stuff that they don't stop to think that, has this been done before and did it work? No. Well, you don't have to think like that when you know everything already. So, good luck to them. I hope I'm wrong. You know, you're not hurting me via con Dios and everything, but I just don't think it's going to work out. I just don't think. I think it's another example of how getting away from traditional roles doesn't lead to anything good. And it doesn't lead to happiness. Because pleasure and happiness are not the same thing. They're not. But in an overindulged society, the two things are confused. They think pleasure is what happiness is, and it is not the case. Pleasure is pleasure, and it is not what fills your soul. So, anyway, fun talk, and talk to you guys on the next one. Bye.